So let's talk about the assassination attempt against Donald Trump. You see the fist in the air, and when he turns to the side, a bit of blood, right? So he's medically stable. He's even put out a statement, which I'll read to you in a second. But I mean, that image right there is quite powerful, right? Again, do not misunderstand what I'm trying to do here, because you have a lot of how shall I put this? Arse lickers who are, in full, oh my God, Donald Trump mode. And we're not going to do that here, because this man himself is an assassin. Yes, Donald Trump is a murderer. If you don't know, then how do you know Donald Trump? It's kind of weird that he takes issue with the whole thing. What do I mean by that? I mean, he himself, he's ordered assassinations, and he publicly brags about it, right? When Donald Trump and his supporters are offended by Donald Trump almost being assassinated, I also find that hypocritical and funny, because they had no problem with Donald Trump assassinating other people. They encouraged and celebrated this. Do you know who these two gentlemen are? General Soleimani, Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis. Donald Trump murdered them. He assassinated them and bragged about it. And he not only killed them, he killed them and their entourage, so it's about 8 people in total. And he killed them while they were carrying diplomatic passports. So he not only assassinated them, he assassinated diplomats. So that's a violation of the Vienna Convention as well. And he did that while they were in Iraq, at the invitation of the Iraqi Prime Minister. And then he uses the AUMF of 2002. So he even, he plays with American law, right? That was for the invasion of Iraq, which, I mean, it's still illegal, but even by American standards inside of the United States, he plays games to find justification for murder, for assassination. He uses some ridiculous military order for an authorization for use of military force by Congress to justify assassinating people. All right? So I don't understand. And then he said he wanted to kill the president of Syria, right? So this is documented in many books. There's Trump admitting it on camera. He said he wanted to kill Julian Assange as well. Look.
He's going to talk about WikiLeaks. You had nothing to do with the leaking of those documents. I think it's disgraceful. You do think it's disgraceful?
I think there should be death penalty or something.
We're also he's going to talk about WikiLeaks.
You heard that?
You had nothing to do with the leaking of those
documents. I think
documents.
it's disgraceful.
You do think it's disgraceful?
I think there should be death penalty or something.
I think he should be given the death penalty. And then, of course, we all know Donald Trump put Julian Assange in prison. Now, if you don't think that's slowly killing someone, I mean, I'm not even going to get into that because of how ridiculous it is. We saw the guy have a mini stroke in court. So, yeah, they were killing him. And Donald Trump started that with Mike Pompeo. So, this is you could call it karma in a way. You could call it karma. But I suppose karma would be a drone strike. That would be karma for Donald Trump, is if a drone would have hit him while he was traveling somewhere. That would be karma, because this was nothing. Here, I'll read you this from Colin, from Habibi, who says, these politicians are now saying there's no room for political violence. When Trump is nearly assassinated, should take several seats, several seats, considering the political violence. You are all complicit in foreign nations right now, and you all don't give a damn about that. This is from Caitlin Johnstone. The Western political media class hasn't been this sympathetic and supportive toward Trump since he bombed Damascus. I agree. How funny, right? How funny. There's another one she put here. She said that was a close one. America almost had 2 presidential candidates with no brain. A lot of hypocrisy going around, man. A lot of hypocrisy. So, it's difficult to feel sorry for someone like Trump. It's very, very difficult. He's a killer. You understand? He's a killer. He's a murderer. And I haven't even mentioned the children, the civilians that he's killed when he kept all of the wars going that he was handed over by Obama. Every single one. Every single one. The sanctions, he even added to the sanctions, which is siege warfare. Forget about that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about political assassinations. Murdering a head of state or a foreign leader. And to be honest, he almost started World War III with this, The only reason you didn't have World War III is because the Iranians didn't fall for the bait. That's the only reason. People think Trump didn't start any new wars. Fuck off. fuck right off. If someone assassinates the Minister of Defense, the UK or the US would declare a war. Okay, the only reason the Iranians didn't do it is it's not stupid and violent. That's the only reason why. So he almost started World War III with that, and they didn't fall for it. But he is just as much a killer. All right, make no mistake about it. Make no mistake.